All right, we should be live and ready to rock and roll. So let me know that you can see and hear me. We'll start there. I think you can. All right, let's see. Volume shows that it's working. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It is Tuesday, the 29th of August here in 2023. First of all, my name is Jessie. I am here at Decker Truckline and here to answer some questions. This is a Q&A that we do live every Tuesday to answer your questions, fill you in, let you know what's going on here at Decker, and keep you well informed. I do want to mention that later this week we will be doing a drawing for the referral bonus. So I'll talk a little bit about the referral bonus today as well, and just kind of highlight some of the benefits to that and what kind of opportunities that can get you. But in the meantime, I do want to talk about some of the individual positions, since that's usually what you're popping on for, is to find out what we currently have available and if it's in your area and all that good stuff. So as always, if you want to know a specific area, just to make sure that I do talk about that one, then please put it in the chat. Like, put in your zip code, your city and state, whatever, either one of those will work. But that would be extremely helpful if you can start off the conversation that way. And then if you could also include your number of years of experience, then I can be more specific and you'll actually know what you'll be coming in at and what to expect on a weekly basis. So how's that? All right, awesome. Ready to rock and roll. Hey, before we jump into some of the available positions, I do want to take a moment to congratulate a couple of our drivers. Tim Olden was recently recognized as one of our highway heroes. Tim was a lease purchase, now owner-operator, and he's been with Decker for, at least 13 years that I can think of right off the top of my head. But so anyways, Tim Olden, he's earned the Highway Angel Award here for the Truck Driving or Truckload Carrier Association. What happened is he came upon a car that had been hit by a truck and trailer, a truck hauling a camper trailer that had T-boned that car. So obviously there were some injuries and some people were stuck in the vehicle. The car was smoking. He got his fire extinguisher. He and another driver, there was a flatbed driver that pulled up as well, that were able to get some of the passengers to safety. So that was on the 20th of July, and he was just recently recognized for the Highway Angel Award. So a true hero. Thank you so much, Tim, for looking out for others. We love to see the recognition on the Highway Angels on the TCA Facebook page and on their website. And so if you guys haven't seen it and you want to go see a load of drivers who have done well for their communities and just across the nation, please go check that out at the TCA website and Facebook page, because it's on both. All right, so you can check that out. Congratulations, Tim. There will also be Richmond, Virginia they're going to broadcast the story on their news, I think later today. It's been on a couple of channels, but I know Richmond is going to be broadcasting it here later today. Also, huge congratulations to Mark Hosnett. He won the Montana Trucking Association Driver of the Month for June. So they just recently announced some of the June winners, and Mark was one of the winners. He is willing and able to do the job in every aspect. He was nominated by driver managers, actually the lead driver managers, and he's never met with resistance. So he's a major advocate for safe operations for a commercial vehicle and at all times, and he's willing to do what it takes to get that freight to the destination. So thank you so much, Mark, for everything you do. A huge shout out to Mark, one of the June Driver of the Months for the Montana Trucking Association. And yes, Dean, you asked me whether or not somebody that wasn't a Montana resident could earn the Montana Trucking Association, and the answer is yes. What happens is you are nominated by your driver manager or maybe a lead driver manager, but your nomination goes to the Montana Trucking Association as long as the company resides in or part of a terminal of the company resides in the state, then yes, you can. So if you're driving for a company that resides in the state of Montana, or one of the terminals does, then yes, you can be part of the Montana Trucking Association. So there you have it. Very good, very good. Lone Wolf, hey, how are you? Katie's here. Joplin, Missouri. Lone Wolf, good to have you. Thanks for joining us today. Domingo West says, do you guys train to obtain your CDL, or do you already have to have experience? Well, you don't have to have experience because we can train you once you've obtained your Class A CDL. So in both cases, the question on the second part, yes, we can train you, but you do have to have your Class A CDL first. You have to go to a school to obtain your Class A CDL. Must be 160 hours, or at least a certified course. And then, yes, we will train you in our Midwest flatbed division or our over-the-road or regional refrigerated divisions. So our over-the-road flatbed division actually requires a minimum of 6 months of flatbed experience or a year of tractor trailer experience before we train you for flatbed. Otherwise, in our other divisions, we do hire recent graduates. You go out with a trainer for about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how far out you guys go on one of the loads. And then when you come back, you'd be seated in a truck for you specifically. So yes, it's a week-long orientation for a student. We pay you $500 for completing that week-long orientation, and then it's followed by getting paid $700 a week while you're with a trainer. And then you move on to the minimum pay, which could be, it depends on the division that you're looking for. Most of our minimum pays are $1,000 a week. We do have a home every 5 days. It's a minimum of $700 a week in our refrigerated division. But then we have some home weekly options in our flatbed that pay $1,000 or more. So for more information, you guys, I do have a number that's flashing across the screen. I'm hoping you can see it. It's 877-433-2537. You can get a hold of one of the recruiters there. You can also apply online at drivedecker.com. And that's drivedecker.com. The full application is there. Lone Wolf says it's 82 and sunny here right now. What is it here? It's supposed to be 90, by the way. My heart rate is 82. Does that matter? Oh, no. Okay. No. It's 74 right now. I am in Montana, so I'm an hour behind. It is only 11 o'clock here. It is supposed to be 93 today. So we will see how we all hold up. I'm sure not bad, especially when a lot of you guys are well over the 100 mark. So stay cool. We talked a lot about that last week, and it's a great reminder to stay cool. Use those tips that we suggested before to keep your temperature controlled, right? Is that the best way to say it? A couple of reminders on how to stay cool is to keep yourself hydrated. Keep a water bottle nearby. I do have my Decker tumbler. But that's with hot water, so it's probably not going to help me. But keeping water nearby, staying hydrated, sipping on it instead of guzzling it is a key to not having to have as many restroom breaks, I guess. But lots of water and sip on that throughout the day. And then keeping some light, cool clothes on, light colored. I'm in the exact opposite, but I'm indoors, you guys. I'm cheating. So I'm in the air conditioning. So keep some light colors on, lightweight material, and then if you can keep maybe some cooling towels or those like squeegee material, get that wet, get that nice and cold, and put that around your neck to keep yourself cooled off as well. That's nice. We have the APU units in the truck, which are fantastic on your downtime, and of course the air conditioning in the truck as well. And then to help the APU or to help keep that truck cool, if you are part, make sure that you're putting some sort of sunshade or reflector out there to keep the cool air in and that hot air out. And then avoid any heavy metals. And if you can avoid parking on blacktop, that would help a little bit as well. All of that absorbs heat just a little bit more. Check for updates, weather updates. Where are you going? What kind of weather will you expect? What kind of weather will you be going through? Those are all things that you should be should be taking a look at. And then, of course, if you need to crack a window, do, but make sure that not only you are hydrated, but if you've got a dog that rides on the truck with you, make sure that they are hydrated as well. I wanted to bring up, give me a second here, because I did see, there we go, hurricane. Speaking of weather, this is what reminded me. But the hurricane is on track to make landfall by tomorrow morning. So I'm reading this, so give me a second here to make sure that I'm not full of malarkey. Yes, so it is on track to make landfall on the Florida coast early Wednesday morning, and it will make its way up to Georgia coast along the Carolinas. So be aware prior to the hurricanes making its way through on Wednesday. On Tuesday, there's a chance of isolated tornadoes in Florida, in the peninsula. So please be safe there. Be well aware of all of that. And if you have anybody or know of anybody that's headed that direction, especially with our fleet managers, give your fleet managers an ETA for Tuesday and Wednesday, just so we have an idea. So reach out to them, keep them in the loop. All right, so here are a little more details on this storm. So I know we're not a weather channel, but I do want to make sure that you are prepared for what you're going into. So it will strengthen. So the hurricane will strengthen as it moves through the Gulf of Mexico. It's forecast to make landfall along Florida's Gulf Coast by Wednesday, possibly a major hurricane. Typical storm or storm surge watches along with that hurricane posted for Florida. And of course, flooding rain, strong winds, coastal flooding, and some tornadoes are a huge concern. Again, especially starting today for those tornadoes. And it is likely to spread some heavy rain, some gusty winds in parts of the southeast. So let's see if I got any more. They're really, Key West is got that tropical storm warning. You've got a watch in Tampa up towards Panama City, and that's, for the most part, that's what you're looking at least within or on Florida. So, all right, and then the tornadoes, those are expected, like I said, around Tuesday today and tomorrow, early tomorrow morning. So be well aware of that too. So, anyways, I just wanted to get that out. I knew I had read that. I wanted to make sure that I pass that on for some accurate info here. All right, so stay cool. Make sure that you're doing your checklist, not only for yourself, but for your pet and for your truck. You guys make sure that your hydration levels personally and truck are both on key points, right? And for yourself, make sure you're putting sunscreen on that left arm. If passenger's doing the right arm, you've got some healthy, light snacks, so nothing too heavy. Carrots and fruit, and fruit and vegetables are really great. Cucumbers, because they aren't heavy and they will also hydrate you at the same time. So those are good snacks to have handy. And like I said, water, maybe some lighter food when it comes to your meals. Don't eat so heavy. Maybe a sandwich or even a lettuce sandwich. That sounds lame, but really, if you've got iceberg lettuce and you're using that as your sandwich part, that is so delicious. It'll keep you more hydrated, and it gives you a lot of flavor too. Surprising, I know. But with your truck, make sure that you've got plenty of coolant. Your coolant levels are good. Your thermostat's looking all right. That you're not overheating. That, of course, your belts and hoses, everything. That there's nothing with cracks or breaks or rubs or tears or anything like that. Nothing's leaking. So please make sure you guys are doing a thorough job of your pre-trip and your post-trip. And if you see anything in either the pre-trip or the post-trip, you're getting ahead or getting a hold of our maintenance support system. Which, speaking of maintenance support, they are 24/7 as well as our night ops. We will be closing on Monday for the observance of Labor Day. And the maintenance support, they're there 24/7. So know that. Yes, our shops will be closed for, let's see. Bessemer is closing Sunday night and will reopen Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. But most of them will be closing on Friday night. But again, Maintenance support is 24/7. You have someone that's got your back. They will find somewhere to make sure that you are okay. Especially in the heat, you need to communicate with your driver managers or your night ops to make sure that we've got that peace of mind that you are okay. You know that you are okay and all that good stuff. So I'm missing the comments here. Let's see. Domingo, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Dean, how are you? You're headed to Madison, expecting 81. All right. Ruben, how are you? Lakeview, Michigan. Nice to see you. There you go. All right. So I'm going to hit on a couple of these. Give me a sec here to just look up a couple of... Whoops. Look up a couple of zip codes so I can actually give you guys some details for where you're at. Shall we? Lakeview, Michigan is where? What's your zip code? 48850. All right, cool. So I don't have anything that I see available out of the Lakeview area. In case you're wondering, I just figured I'd tell you. Madison, yes. Wisconsin, yes. But yeah, we'll talk about some of those. I do want to give a shout out to a couple of our drivers who had earned the driver of the month. So we talked last week about our scorecard and our safety bonuses. Those are monthly bonuses that you get. It can add up to an extra 5 cents a mile for our company drivers, 4 cents a mile for our owner operators and lease purchase. But huge shout out to those of you who have done well with both of those bonuses. And it's not the only criteria, but it is part of it in order to be nominated for the driver of the month. So our driver of the month winners and again, these are July driver of the month winners. We have Curtis Drake, who took the title for our van and refrigerated division out of the Midwest. Curtis was a runner-up last month, and David Bodel and Tony Nelson are the runners-up this month. So congratulations to each of you. So Curtis gets a $100 Walmart gift card plus a $50 gift card to the Decker store for being a winner of the division. And then both David and Tony get a $50 Walmart gift card and a gift from the Decker store. So you get that. John Woods will be getting his $100 Walmart gift card and a $50 gift card to the Decker store. So you guys can root for him, be his best bud. Just kidding. Sorry, John. Totally called you out on that one. Edward Coyle taking the title for the Western or over-the-road refrigerated van division. And Stephen Boucher taking the runner-up position. Congratulations to both of you. Richard Knappick taking the title for our over-the-road flatbed division based out of Bessemer, Alabama. And Gregory Funderburg taking the runner-up position. Congratulations. And Tim Olden took the title. Not only did he claim the Angel Award this last month, but he also took the title in the owner-operated lease purchase driver of the month for July. So congratulations to Tim. So awesome. All right. Now we have, you got to give those recognitions when they're there, right? Now I'll talk to you about some of the available positions that we have here at Decker. We do have a number of opportunities that aren't always ongoing. Our ongoing are more the over-the-road refrigerated division. So over-the-road refrigerated is usually, 2 to 3 weeks out at a time, home for 3 to 4 days. You're guaranteed a minimum of $1,000 a week. That's gross pay. And of course, your miles and your rate of pay per mile can exceed that, but you have that safety net. So you'll have at least that minimum pay. Before I dive into some of these positions, let's first hit on the criteria for what minimum pay is, because that's a question I get out all the time, and we just want to make sure that you know what they are. So again, minimum pay is just saying that you'll make at least this much, but you can make more. You'll get the better of the two, and the two being either minimum pay or your rate of pay per mile and the miles that you ran. So your amount of experience, how much experience you have driving tractor trailer on the road, determines your rate of pay per mile. And then, of course, the miles that you run. So with the criteria for that minimum pay, you need to be available for dispatch at least 5 days of the week. So at least 5 days out of the week. No load refusals, and no driver service failures. So no late loads as well. No driver-related service failures. Keep that in mind. So if a customer or shipper or receiver gets you on a load late, that's not going to have the bearing. It's the driver service-related failures. No preventable accidents for the week, and or incidents. No CSA violations for the week. And what am I missing? Get your paperwork in on time. So get your paperwork in by Tuesday night, so today, in order to get paid Friday for it. So those are the criteria, and as long as you meet those 6 criteria, you'll get at least that minimum pay, which in most cases is $1,000. So yes, our over-the-road refrigerated division, that's a minimum of $1,000 a week, and your rate of pay anywhere from, for somebody who's brand new to the industry, just graduated, got back from going with one of our trainers, you're looking at 52 cents a mile to start, but we've got experienced drivers making 65, 70 cents a mile as well, so depending on your overall experience. Same for flatbed, anywhere from 53 for flatbed up to 70 cents a mile to start. So we have that. Again, all based off of the experience level. Our over-the-road flatbed division runs for the most part east of Denver, so Denver east, and most of it's going to be in the Midwest as well as towards the east. A lot of Texas to the Carolinas, up north to Pennsylvania through the Carolinas, and really heavy in Tennessee, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri. Those are all Texas, Arkansas. Those are really busy areas for our over-the-road flatbed division. Georgia, Alabama as well. Again, very busy areas for us for our over-the-road flatbed division. I'm bouncing back and forth between these, so I'm bouncing back to our over-the-road refrigerated division. I never mentioned what our main areas for that are, so I just wanted to hit on that. The Midwest is busy no matter which division you're looking at with us. We have over-the-road, we have regional, we have home weekly, home every 5 days in both the flatbed and refrigerated division. But in our over-the-road refrigerated division, we run really heavy in the Northwest as well as the Midwest. So even though we're 48, most of it's going to be west of the Mississippi, and a lot along I-90. We do run into the Las Vegas area. We'll run into Phoenix, into California, into Oregon, along I-5 there. Hiring-wise, though, just because we run a specific area doesn't mean we hire out of there. That's why I say if you want to know about a specific area, please put it in the chat, because I don't want to be telling you all the running areas with you assuming that we're hiring out of there, because that's not always the case. However, Vegas is within our current hiring area. Denver, Colorado is within our current hiring area. We have Seattle, Washington, to really towards Missoula, Montana, right along 90 there. We hire over into Billings, Montana as well, and then in the Midwest is quite heavy. Cheyenne, Wyoming, I think I mentioned Denver already, Denver, Colorado, the state of Iowa, pretty much the whole state of Iowa. We've got plenty of freight, both on refrigerated and flatbed. And then in the Minneapolis area, St. Paul area, we've got freight there south towards and over towards Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We've got freight into the Kansas City area. Kansas City is quite a good area for us for our refrigerated division. And then, of course, all of Iowa. We also hire in the refrigerated division in areas, or in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas, as well as Amarillo, Texas. Amarillo is a very good area for us up towards Guyman, Oklahoma. And again, those are not only running, but those are also our hiring areas for the over-the-road refrigerated and some of our weekly refrigerated divisions as well. So again, if you want to talk to a recruiter and get a little bit more information, call the number 877-433-2537 to talk to a recruiter and get some more specifics on the positions themselves. We do have a couple of Midwest opportunities. It guarantees $14.50 a week. It's home weekly. You do need to live in a specific area for that. anywhere from Fort Dodge, Iowa, down to Iowa City, on over to Columbus, Ohio, up north to Toledo, and then over towards Chicago, Milwaukee, and back down to Mason City to Fort Dodge. Anywhere in that vicinity, in that whole little map or line that I drew there, that one is actually going to guarantee you $1,450 a week. Again, your rate of pay per mile can exceed that $1,450, but this one you are home weekly. Usually coming home in this flatbed division on a Friday night or Saturday morning, and then leaving back out either Sunday night or Monday morning for an early Monday morning delivery. So I hope that helps answer some of those questions. We do also have 2 openings. These are local, or like home daily, I should say, home daily options out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. Fort Dodge is our main terminal there in Fort Dodge, Iowa. If you live within a 25-mile radius, you have a number more opportunities. Not only do you have the over-the-road and the home weekly options, you also have this local opportunity that goes from Fort Dodge, Iowa to Blair, Nebraska and back. It's per shift, it pays $250 because we have both the 5 p.m. and the 8 p.m. shift currently available. So 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. It is switch or slip seating, excuse me. It is slip seating. This is the only slip seating that I'm aware of here at Decker. It is a hopper position. So lots of difference on this one. Hopper position. There is slip seating. Great maintenance on the equipment. It's a home daily. So you have a 5 p.m. start. It's roughly an 8-hour trip. So you're going from Fort Dodge, Iowa to Blair, Nebraska, and then coming back. And there's a 5 p.m. start, there's an 8 p.m. start. This is how this schedule works. It is basically every 3rd week you get a 3-day weekend. So it starts with 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off, 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off. So that's the schedule of this, this hopper position, home daily position. Monday through Friday, so if you're on 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off, the Monday through Friday days that you're working, those pay $250 per shift for the 5 p.m. and the 8 p.m. shift. So $250 per shift. When you're working a Saturday or Sunday, you'll be making $275 per shift for that 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. shift. Shift start, there we go. So again, it's a little bit different. It's $25 more per shift on Saturday and Sunday than it is on the Monday, Tuesday. But again, every 3rd weekend you have, I think is how it works out, that you have a 3-day weekend. 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off, and then continues to rotate back. That is a hopper position. Once again, hopper position. I want to say it's day cab. I think it's, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's our day cab truck, hopper position, and it is slip seating. So please be aware of that in case that's a question that I get. I just want to make sure that you guys are well aware of that. Also, for the Fort Dodge area, if you live in Fort Dodge or within 25-mile radius, you have another local opportunity. This is a dedicated short haul for our flatbed division. I only have one position available for this one. So there's one position. Call 877-433-2537 if it's something you're interested in. If you are a current driver here at Decker, get a hold of us. We do like to offer this in-house. That's why you guys received an email on it, and communication blast probably from your driver manager too. But we sent out an email yesterday on it, I believe, on the available position. So again, this is a short haul, flatbed short haul position out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. It pays a minimum of $1,000 a week. So you have that minimum. You do need to tarp, you do need to secure, just like all of our other flatbed driving opportunities here. But you do need to live within a 25-mile radius of Fort Dodge, and you need some flatbed experience. We are looking for flatbed experience on that as well. So again, call us at 877-433-2537 for that position. It is a dedicated, and it is home daily. Did I say home daily? It is home daily though, okay? And your rate of pay per mile is reflective of the years of experience you have on that. So even though you have that minimum of $1,000 a week, you do have growth opportunities, but it is dedicated. So, and it's short haul, so you're racking up. If you guys have questions, please reach out to one of our recruiters. Get the details for yourself. If you're interested in this, you do need to call them right away so that they are basically keeping that spot for you as long as they can, because it is a spot that needs to be filled and that customer needs to be taken care of. So yes. But it's a sought after position, so I get it. It might not last. Sought after because it's that local and it's got that guaranteed minimum on there, especially. And I believe it is in I know it's local, but I do believe it's in a sleeper truck. I'll have to confirm that for you guys. We also have 2 team opportunities. Now our teams can run 24,000+ miles a month for our teams. You get paid every week, direct deposit, and that's a 60-cent split on the weekly pay, but then you have the bonus mileage. There's multiple bonuses. You've got the scorecard and the safety bonus that we talked about last week. That's for all of our company and lease purchase drivers. Like, you have that opportunity to earn those. But you also have a mileage specific bonus as a team. So anything over 12,000 miles a month is going to is going to earn you an additional 2 to 8 cents more per mile on all of the miles that you completed for the month. Do remember that is split to the truck. So it's 1 to 4 as an individual driver. It's 2 to 8 as a company driver. But again, on all dispatch as a team driver, excuse me. So if you guys have questions on that, please reach out to us, 877-433-2537 for more details on that. And if it's not a position that you're looking for, but you know would be a good fit for somebody else, don't forget that we have that referral bonus available to you. So all of our drivers, both our company, lease purchase, and owner operator, so all, I guess, not both, but all of our drivers are eligible for the referral program. And there's a lot of levels to this referral program, but for the basics, you earn an extra $1,500 for every driver that you refer who is hired on. So within the first 90 days that they hire on, you've earned $1,500. It pays out where you get $250 on their first dispatch, and then $250 after 30 days, and then you'll get $500 at 60, and then $500 at 90 days. So it pays out that $1,500 quickly within that 90 days. If you refer 4 or 5 drivers within the calendar year that are hired on or who are hired on, you'll earn an additional $500. So it goes up to $2,000 for those drivers instead of just the $1,500. On Friday, I'll actually dive into what those payouts are or what they have been so far this year and reflect on how they compare to last year. And you'll see that our drivers can do quite well in the referral bonus. Last year, Sunny won the grand champion for the referral bonus. So we have a grand champion of all of our drivers, and then we have a grand champion referral. And the grand champion referral gets an extra $2,500 for referring on top of all of their referral bonuses that they've already received. So if they've referred at least 5 drivers within the calendar year, they're qualifying for that grand champion position. If you refer 6 or more drivers within the calendar year, who are hired on, you'll get $2,500 per driver, and that actually goes. It still pays within 90 days, so it's still $250 on first dispatch, $250 after 30 days, but then it goes up to $750 and $1,250, I believe, for the payouts altogether. So, yeah, if you have questions on that, please reach out to the recruiters. If you are referring somebody, also, I'd suggest that you reach out to one of the recruiters so that they can get not only their information to make sure that they're attaching that to you as a referral so that you get credit for that. Other parts, I told you that there's a lot of levels of the referral bonus, and getting a tumbler is another one. So a tumbler, a t-shirt, business cards, $100 Pilot Flying J gift card is another incentive that you can win. If you've had 5 or more referrals within the calendar year, you also qualify for the Decker referral watch. So you'll get a watch as well for that. And then, like I said, the top referrer for the year with a minimum of 20 or a minimum of 5, not 25, but a minimum of 5 referrals who are hired on, they will get an additional $2,500. So yes, lots of incentives. You can also text your referral to 515-517-6928. So 515-517-6928. You can text the referral's name. It'll also ask for your name. And again, that's just so that we give credit where credit is due on that one. Now, I talked about or mentioned how I will be diving deep into the referral bonus with the stats and everything on Friday. This handy dandy cooler, which is like my hat that I draw from, this is where all of those who've referred individuals within the calendar, within the last quarter, within the third quarter, right? 1, 2, 3, yes, third quarter. Your name will be entered into this cooler for a chance to win either $1,000 or a tablet or a laptop, your choice. So far, everybody's chose $1,000. So, but your choice. We will find out who the winner is on Friday when we do the live drawing on our Facebook page. So do not miss that. I definitely want to take some time to go over that. Now, if you have any questions on the available positions, please let me know. And again, you can put that in the chat. Otherwise, get a hold of one of the recruiters at 877-433-2537. Before I let you go, though, I do want to talk about some of the benefits that we have here at Decker. We have the Blue Cross Blue Shield for health insurance. We have dental and vision. We have prescription. And we have a couple of different options with prescription. We do have a $0 generic prescription that started at the beginning of the year. And here recently, we're able to offer the $0 brand name and some specialties. So $0 brand and specialties. So if you guys want more details on that, please reach out to our recruiting department so that they can give you more details on that. And again, it's 877-433-2537. And also there's the Fed Logic, I think is what it's called, and then the Regenix are other additions that we've had this year to our insurance program, our health insurance, our benefits package, I should say. That's what I wanted to say, benefits package. The Regenix is more hands-on injury repair for, it helps with joint pain, shoulder, knee, elbow, neck. So that helps. It's a non-surgical angle for repairing a lot of that joint pain. So that's now currently available, which is quite informational. If you want more details on that, they actually are doing a 30-minute webinar that's available as well, and that will be Thursday. That'll be Thursday. There's 2 different times, I believe. There's one at 1:30 and one at 6 p.m. Those are both Central Times. So one at 1:30 and one at 6 p.m. So for all of our current drivers, if that's something that you are interested in, is finding out a little bit more about that Regenix, please contact the benefits department so that they can get you that information so you can listen to that webinar. You can also check out your email because the newsletter went out yesterday and it was in the newsletter as well for you to keep you educated on that one. Keeping you informed, right? Exactly. All right. So those are all available. Benefits available after 60 days. So you don't have to wait till 90 anymore. It is now 60 days of employment and those benefits are then available to you. Also, the 401k with a 50% match is also available after 60 days. Get a hold of one of the recruiters at 877-433-2537 for more details. And that's about it for me today, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Try and stay cool, stay safe out of some of that weather. And again, if you want to speak to one of the recruiters, I ask that you call them at 877-433-2537 or apply online at drivedecker.com. We'll be visiting with you next week. Yes, next Tuesday at noon Central. Please remember that on Monday we will be in observance for Labor Day, so we will not have a live on our Facebook channel, our Facebook page on Monday at 4 p.m., which we normally do. But we will be live here next week at noon Central on our YouTube channel. All right, you guys, stay safe. We will visit with you